lost, but you lost me. There's a fire in my left chest, burning my soul, but it fights with my heartbeat. There's an effort that you made that wasn't enough. There's a figure in the mirror that's giving it up. And it's you. Oh, it's you. There's a barbed wire man with a concrete soul and a dream just to fly free. There's a spray can sitting, it could light up the show if you gave it to me. This army of sinners forgot to fight for a cause, while the visionaries run a race that's already lost.
This fall, escape to the Smokies for the Bavarian Fall Festival at Anarchista. Enjoy Bavarian-style food, live music, fall colors, and a beer tasting pass you'll love. Enjoy good views with great brews. Get your tickets at anarchista.com.
And amen to that, Carcane. It was a gorgeous day yesterday. Happy Sunday, everybody. Grab your cup of coffee this morning. Have you gotten yourself an East Tennessee Weather mug yet from the East Tennessee Weather merch shop? If not, just log on to easttnweather.com. And good morning to the folks joining us on Instagram this morning as well. Sure hope you had a great day yesterday. We had a big win. That turned out to be a good day, right? The Witchers did a little bit of tailgating yesterday. Parked across campus, walked across campus twice, actually. We went and saw the Vol Walk. You probably saw that. I broadcast that live. Why not? And then the band came through, and that was a lot of fun. My kids just kind of lost it. They were like, okay, we're done. It's hot out here in the direct sunlight. It was hot. The sunny and 75 is a hot day for sure. And that's the way it's going to be today as well. Just kind of nitpicking the forecast today. Maybe just a sprinkle here or there across upper East Tennessee, and a few more clouds from Knox County towards Tri-Cities. So if you're joining us, say, from Whitesburg, Julie, or Hamlin County, or anywhere around there, you may have a few more clouds than if you're joining us from, say, Cumberland County, or even down closer to Chattanooga. All right, we got a great sunrise taking shape here this morning, so let me start you off with that this morning. And let's see if I can find my full camera button. There it is. That's a live look there in downtown Clinton, Anderson County. Nice chilly start to the day with the steam coming off the buildings there. It's going to be another glorious day. Good morning, Krista. How are you this morning? 11th year of being an ordained reverend. That's awesome. Congratulations to you. Morning, Laura. How are you this morning? Didn't that shot just make it look like it's a chilly morning? It does look like it's a chilly morning. It is a chilly morning. What are we talking about? It is a cold start to the day. All right. So let's talk about the forecast ahead of us here for the day today. And as we do so, we're really looking at just a gorgeous weather pattern. So a coastal low is going to bring us a few clouds, maybe a sprinkle into upper East Tennessee. That's it. High pressure nudges its way on in, and a dry weather pattern sticks around for quite some time. But maybe next weekend, there might be some changes. We'll talk about that here in a second. All right, so let's start you off in the upper levels of the atmosphere to show you the big picture, how the storms are all evolving over time. High pressure over Texas, low pressure across the southeastern coastline. Through the next 24 hours, that low tracks its way northward. That's a coastal low. That's going to bring a lot of wind and rain and probably some beach erosion across the mid-Atlantic and the Northeast, and then our ridge of high pressure starts to slowly work its way on in. That's what we can expect over the next 24 hours, and we'll basically stay rain-free. Now, this morning, here at the 8 o'clock hour, 8 o'clock numbers anyways, coming in, we're in the 40s, mostly 40s with a couple of pockets of 50s. So the clear skies during the overnight hours has really allowed those temperatures to fall off pretty quickly. Happy Sunday, Carol. How are you this morning? All right, and happy Sunday, TN, Teacher Drone Guy. What's up? Is that Joey? I think that's Joey Exum. All right. Anyways, we are trending a little bit cooler this morning in some locations than what we were yesterday. A couple of degrees, not a big deal. By lunchtime today, if you happen to, or maybe you're doing brunch, if you're heading off to church this morning, We're going to be right there at 67, and our forecast highs today will be in the mid 70s. So where we were yesterday, a degree or 2, 3 degrees above that average. Here's your future cast. The only reason why I'm showing this to you is just kind of give you an idea of those clouds moving in from the east and the northeast around that low pressure. Remember, we get counterclockwise rotation around lows. That's going to spill in a few clouds. May start to work their way towards Knox County, but again, Knox County up towards Tri-Cities. That's going to be the extent of that there. Forecast highs across all of East Tennessee, comfortable across the Tennessee-Kentucky border, the Cumberland Plateau, the Smoky Mountains are going to be fantastic as well. Now, of course, if you have plans to head up to the highest peaks of the Smokies, you'll need those jackets because we're talking temperatures in the 60s there, but we're going to be pushing close to 80 across the Southern Valley, and that's going to make for a nice evening tonight. Maybe you're watching some NFL football today. It's Sunday. Maybe you're going to do some grilling in the backyard. Maybe a nice evening to just kind of wind down the weekend and sit by your outdoor fire pit. Sounds pretty good, especially the ones that are like run by propane or natural gas. Those are always the best, but 68 degrees by 8 o'clock here tonight. Going basically the big goose egg across the 7-day stretch, although adding a little bit of a chance for rain as we get into next weekend, as another trough is being advertised, but the confidence level on that is not great because we got some discrepancies there. That low pressure, that coastal low, moves its way back out into the Atlantic Ocean after it causes a mess across the eastern seaboard. Our ridge of high pressure builds in all the way through Wednesday, and that's going to allow our temperatures to warm up. Now, underneath that ridge, you get sinking air, high pressure, happy weather, high and dry, all these alliterations. We're going to stay high and dry all the way through Thursday with the best, greatest extent of rain to our east and back off to our west with some snow showers, by the way, back off to our west across the Intermountain West. Are we... For some reason, I just lost connection on my 24-hour channel. We'll relaunch that anyways. All right, but as we get into our, say, Saturday, Sunday, maybe Monday of next week, we are potentially talking about another trough, and so therefore the Weather Prediction Center is predicting the potential for some rain showers, but generally speaking, the Climate Prediction Center, all underneath that umbrella of NOAA, is still predicting below average precipitation at the end of the 7-day and a couple days after that. So that's your 6 to 10-day forecast. Your 8 to 14-day outlook by the Climate Prediction Center is showing, well, probably pretty average weather or rainfall anyways. So I'm just going to keep us dry all the way through Saturday, generally speaking. But again, make sure you check back in this week. If you're not with me every day, check back in by the middle and latter part of the week to see how the weekend's all playing out, or just check in with Witcher's 1-minute weather, or the full forecast on the East Tennessee Weather app. Great. Hey, listen, not everyone has time for a live update, and I get that. And that's why the East Tennessee Weather app is updated before I come live. All right, temperature outlook. We're probably going to be trending above average. All that means is above 74 at this time of this time. Well, let's talk fall, shall we? We won't talk fall. It is fall. We've been talking fall. It's felt great the last couple of days, even though we have a little bit of a warming trend back into the upper 70s to near 80. So that's that ridge. That's going to be bringing us the warmer and drier weather. I thought it was you, buddy. We need to connect some way, somehow. Your drone videos. And what do you teach? Where do you teach, and what do you teach? That's my next question, because you're an amazing drone operator and photographer and editor, by the way, because you edit all this crazy stuff. It's awesome. And you know, as well as I know, and anybody else has done any sort of editing in their life, editing is very time-consuming to get things just right. And back in the old days when I was editing tape to tape, even trickier. You like preview your edit before you took it. You take your edit, it slips, music's off, voice is off, lips are off, everything's off. You got to redo it again. What's up, Nicole? How are you? Thanks for the beautiful weather, Mike. Yes, but if I take credit for that, I got to take credit for the bad weather. I don't mind taking credit for the bad weather, although if it's scary, stormy, severe weather, I'm not going to take credit for any of that. Good morning, Sue. The camera I was talking about the other day is not up and running yet. I got a text message yesterday saying, sorry, it's not up yet. That's okay. We got a great new camera coming to the market here real soon. Good morning, Judy. How are you this morning? Watching the Colts game at Windy City in Maryville today. Nice. Now, you are a big Colts fan, aren't you? I don't watch NFL football anymore. I used to back in the day when I lived in Colorado. When I first moved here in 2005, I was watching the Broncos all the time, although you could never watch them back in the day until Peyton Manning got hired on as the quarterback for the Broncos, and then all of a sudden here in East Tennessee, we could watch the Broncos playing, and the Titans, and the Colts. Seems to be how it works. Now I don't watch football. I've got about 3 rounds of pickleball today. Maybe not the 3rd round. We'll see what time. I don't know what time we start today, but gonna be hanging out this morning. Got some pickleball, and then later on tonight, Heather Wallaga and I are going to be emceeing the Harvest Fest down in Blount County. It's actually at the RT Lodge in Maryville. And it's a big fundraiser, the biggest fundraiser for Special Growers. Now, I don't know if you know anything about Special Growers, but it's a group of disabled kids, and they go and they have an amazing garden. They're growers, they're farmers, they're gardeners, right? And so what they do is they grow all these amazing herbs and vegetables. It gives them a job in life. They get, and then these awesome herbs and vegetables go to some of the most amazing restaurants here in East Tennessee, like RT Lodge. And so it's a great organization to help these disabled kids learn more about, just the reality of life and having some ownership. And that ownership is them, maintaining a garden all summer long and all year long. So it's a really cool thing. Big fundraiser. Heather Wallaga and I are going to be emceeing the event. It starts at 5. I think we have to be there at 5 tonight. Probably goes until 8:39. So it's going to be a late night tonight, but I'll be posting a lot more on social media this evening. So make sure you check out my stories on social media as well. So that's what we're going to be doing here today. Let's see. And then tomorrow at 8:15, I'm going to be heading off to Bearden High School to be talking to the high school marketing class about marketing in East Tennessee weather and how you, as a business owner, bring all this together to get sales. And so we'll see if I can teach them something. I'm still learning about that aspect of of this whole thing. I don't have it all down, but we're working tirelessly. And obviously, big shout out to all my great sponsors. And this morning is Anakista, which, by the way, you're going to want to get up there here this fall season to check out some of the fall colors and the fall leaves. And that's why I've got a camera there. And it's going to be, I hope it turns out to be awesome. My cameras are having a little bit of an issue. I was going to show you a different camera view here this morning. There it is. We'll take you up there. I was having some issues, but we'll take you back outside here. And speaking of Anakista, let's highlight the camera at Anakista. It's got some high-level clouds out there. Again, those clouds are going to be moving basically from screen left to screen right as they come in from the east and northeast. Good morning, Lynn. How are you this morning? Giants beat the Eagles Thursday night. There you go, Lee. Big Giants fan, are you? Good morning, Denise. Did you like my new intro music? Don't know if you happen to catch that. And you'll hear it on the exit as well. Let me know if you like the new music. I'm getting ready to add a whole bunch of new live music. Not live music at all. Let's get this up. This is the wrong graphic here. There we go. I'm getting ready to add some new music to the 24-Hour Weather Channel. So kind of give a little bit of a different taste. And we're going to be able to do some Christmas music this year as well. So if you do tune into the 24-Hour Weather Channel ever, you'll notice there is going to be some new music. All right, it's October 12th. Of course, we're celebrating birthdays and events. His pictures are good, but I hear his lectures often drone on. There it is. There it is, the one I need. Well played, Carcane. Well played. Take that one, Joey. All right, it's National Farmers Day. Big shout out to all farmers. Wouldn't be here without them. And the local farmers, of course, you've got to support the local farmers. The big farmers are into other stuff. The local farmers are here for us. All right, it's National Gumbo Day. The big farmers are too, but everything's subsidized and the government, I'm not going to get into that. All right, it's National Gumbo Day. I could eat some gumbo. I do like me some homemade gumbo. It's National Savings Day. If you're like me, you're like, savings, what's that? Retirement's 15 years away. Are we going to be able to retire in 15 years? Yeah, probably not. Whatever. Life goes on. Kids and things and all the things. Hey, by the way, it's Clergy Appreciation Day. Big shout out to clergymen. It's National Vermont Day. Anybody been or from Vermont? I've always wanted to go to Vermont, never been to Vermont, and I like to do some skiing at Killington. I think that would be amazing. And the leaves this color year. Vermont always outdoes a lot of the country. New England really does in general. It's National Free Thought Day. There we go. Let's see what that one says. She's a thinking. All right, on October 12th, we celebrate a fundamental human liberty, the freedom to think for ourselves. No, you can hope anyways. The National Free Thought Day is an annual observance that champions the use of reason, logic, science, and evidence as the primary tools for forming our own opinions and understanding the world. We don't always have to agree. It's Free Thought Day. National Free Thought Day. I was going to get some music to play underneath this while I do all this. We're going to probably do that tomorrow. Maybe we'll have some music tomorrow to play underneath all of the shenanigans. All right, let's talk about historical weather events on October 12th. Let's start you off in 1989. In 1989, the temperatures warmed again into the 80s across the Central Plains and the middle Mississippi River Valley with 90s in the south central U.S. 6 cities reported record high temperatures for the state. Places like Fort Smith, Arkansas hit a reading of 92 degrees. In 1988, 20 cities under the upper Midwest reported record low temperatures for the state, dipping all the way down to 17 degrees at International Falls, which is also that in Gunnison, some of the coldest places in the country. In 1987, Floyd, the only hurricane to make landfall for the entire season, moved across the Florida Keys, producing wind gusts of 59 miles per hour at Duck Key and 9 inches of rain in southern Florida. In 1962, the Columbus Day Big Blow in 1962 occurred in the Pacific Northwest. It was probably the most damaging windstorm on record west of the Cascade Mountains. Winds reached a hurricane force with gusts upwards of 100 miles per hour, creating more than more than 3.5 billion board feet of timber were blown down. I don't even know what board feet are, but 3.5 billion board feet sounds like a lot. And communications were severely disrupted due to the down power lines. The storm claimed 48 lives and caused $210 million of damage. In 1918, forest fires ravaged parts of Minnesota, claiming the lives of 600 people. And in 1836, a third early snow season storm produced heavy snow in the northeastern U.S. Bridgewater, New York received 18 inches. A foot of snow fell in Madison, New York. And for the third time, all the mountains of the northeastern U.S. were whitened. There you go. Now let's talk about history on this date. Only got a couple, 3 actually. In 1933, the U.S. Department of Justice acquired Alcatraz Island from the U.S. Army. And that was 1933. That's crazy. In 1920, the construction of the Holland Tunnel began. It opened on November 13th, 1927. Took 7 years to do that. The tunnel links Jersey City, New Jersey, and New York. Anybody ever been in that tunnel? I have. And it's crazy to go underneath that tunnel. In 1492, Christopher Columbus, an Italian explorer, sighted a Waltzing Island in the Bahamas. He believed that he had found Asia while attempting to find a Western Ocean route to India. And of course, tomorrow is Columbus Day. The more you know. Let's take it back outside, shall we? This is Fox Road Marina, by the way. And the quote of the day, by the way, daily quote on history. Hope is a bad thing. It means that you're not what you want to be. It means that part of you is dead, if not all of you. It means that you entertain illusions. It's a sort of spiritual clap, I should say. That was Henry Miller. Gorgeous sunshine out there. It's a beaut, I say. It's a beaut. Let's see what kind of... We have some great photos to pass along here today. I captured a couple of those. Elaine, I don't know if Elaine's on here this morning, but Elaine Ombre, great photographer, by the way, capturing this nice sunset. Ooh, love me some high-level clouds. She says, it's a sailor's delight here in Maryville tonight. Autopilot, Lookout Mountain. Great view there, Otto. He joins on the broadcast every once in a while. And Autopilot also, Chattanooga at nighttime. Great little photo there as well. Nice. Nice, Autopilot. I don't ever know if I ever got out of him that he is a pilot or he's not a pilot. I do not know these things. But I thought I'd share a couple of photos with you. Let's see here. We've got the ladies. There's the ladies of the group. That's us tailgating yesterday. That's all the ladies anyways, not the men. Let's see. We had men taking photos of the ladies. I love that photo. Actually, that's a really fun photo. I have not looked at these yet. Here's another one. Here's another action photo. We'll get that one on there. I don't know what my friend Catherine's doing. She's going to be mad at me for this one. All right, here's another shot of the ladies. Okay, they're a little bit more posed. That's one I took. Blurred out the background. We had, let's see. And then, of course, I had to get into the photo every once in a while. There we go. There's the ladies. There's me. There we go. That's a cool shot, right? Stadium right there in the background. Love it. I love being down there on campus. Didn't really want to go yesterday, but we ended up going. And it was a lot of fun. Also, here are my kids. I won them some little one fingers. Isn't that awesome? Oh, I love my kids. Oh, I got to just walking across campus. Anybody know who this is? Anybody know who that person is right there on the screen? Let's see if you can get that while I keep going. Throw it in the chat if you know who it is. And here's some pictures from Little Arrow, by the way. This was we're just getting one last little hot tub adventure at Little Arrow. Oh, here's a funny picture. Here's my wife and I. This always says Little Arrow. If you've never been to Little Arrow, they've got little bears and also Sasquatches everywhere. So my wife and I took a funny picture there. Just sharing a few photos of our little past weekend here. Kids playing Gaga Ball. Anybody play Gaga Ball? Has anybody played Gaga Ball? There's a nice picture of my kid in the middle of the river, holding our dog. That's awesome. This is him being adventurous in the middle of the river just to get to that rock. You can see the rock there. Here's a good little family photo. Well, not all family. Some of it. The other kid didn't want to be in that family photo. So there's that picture of the family at Little Arrow. Here's a fun picture of my wife and I. We gotta get on screen together. And then this is just us being silly and having fun because that's just who we are. We like to have fun and be silly. Silly or serious? You pick. I don't know. I'm going to go silly. That's just my style. And I think that was it. I get one more. Here's another one of my wife and I. In case you wanted to see more of my wife and I. You probably didn't, but there you are. All right. That's all we got for Witcher's Pictures here this morning. And now I get to debut my new show ending music, which it was what we were listening to at the very beginning. I like it. It's got a nice little ring to it. Right? Sounds pretty good. There you go, all. Yeah, Beth Haynes. You got it. You got it. Why can't Joey have a good hair day on teaching days? Well, too many flyaways. Well played, my friend. Well played. There you go. Kathy likes gumbo. It's going to be a great day for Kathy. It's going to be a great day. Kathy, it's always a good day to be your friend. It's going to be a great day for some gumbo. Thanks and appreciation to for all the farmers who work hours on hours upon hours for our food supply. Yes. And those great pictures. Yeah, there you go. Lee got it too. Beth Haynes. Farrah Fawcett. No smooth baritone. Is that Dan Black? That looks like Dan Black. I can't see on the screen very well. Dan, if that's you, give me a shout. I miss you, man. There you go. All right, my friends, we're going to wrap things up today. I sure hope you have a great day. Enjoy the sunshine. It's a nice, quiet, dry October weather pattern. Setting up shop. Make sure to join in on social media. I'll be posting pictures later on tonight of the emceeing the event for special growers with good old Heather Walligan, also from good old Big Ten over there. Have a great day. Be safe, be kind to each other.
In a dream just to fly free. There's a spray can sitting, it could light up the show if you gave it to me. This army of sinners forgot to fight for a cause, while the visionaries run a race that's already lost. Standing up in front of an army, shoes in the mud and the wet paint, twists and turns up the alley, just like it should. So your colors, they start, and it's stripping you